Welcome in, everybody, to TV Sports 27. It is time for another episode of Arena Football as the Grand Rapids Rampage go to the big city. You know, Grand Rapids, that's always been known as one of the smallest cities in Arena Football. Well, here, they're going to the big city. They're going to Nassau. They're going to New York. And a victory here tonight would give the Grand Rapids Rampage a 10-0 record. The New York Dragons coming into this one with a 4-5 record. So obviously things looking like the Rampage should be able to deal with this one on the road pretty easily, but as they say, that's why you play the game. So we're about to find out if we can go to 10-0, and we've had quite the run lately in our football games between winning back-to-back national championships, between three-peating in the NFL. What is Arena Football? Are we going to complete an undefeated season in Arena Football? I mean, come on. Is that even going to be possible? We might have to challenge ourselves. We might have to do some baseball or something coming up here, because that's the one sport we haven't conquered yet in this world. So the grocery store to bring this one out of the end zone up past the 15-yard line. And that is where the Grand Rapids Rampage will take over. Thanks for joining us, TV Sports 27. Glad to have you guys here on the channel. Quarterback Shane Stafford putting together an MVP type season here in the Arena Football League. Plenty well covered, but he's going to go deep down the field, and it is caught anyway by Marshall. Willis Marshall also having a very impressive season here in Arena Football. Looking to cash in on this very quick opening drive touchdown. They're going to go for a running play out to Corey Fleming. Now on the New York Dragons side, for those of you that may be familiar with our Georgia Force series that is up on our Patreon page, you'll see a familiar face. We'll call him out when he actually gets in the action, but you're going to see a familiar face on this New York Dragons squad. So Shane Stafford here on second down, and off the wall, that one will go incomplete. So I always got to point out the unique end zones here, depending on the arena. That is one thing that EA got right in the game. And well, with New York, they're interesting. They got a slightly open-ended end zone, but not quite. So there is a little bit of a wall there, but you can't really use that to your advantage to bring in any passes here or anything like that. So again, well covered Stafford, and that one knocked away by Cornelius Bonner, and we are going to get defensive pass interference that's going to be called against Rashad Floyd. Holy smokes. So that is going to be an automatic first down. We got some arguments down on the field right now, but what an advantage that is as we get the automatic first down. What a mistake, what a blunder for the New York Dragons here in this one. My goodness gracious. Dragon defense, though, not making it quite easy yet. Oh, my goodness, that one trying to sneak it into Corey Fleming, and Rochelle Trico is there to knock it away. So the Dragons, their defense holding on to this major goal line stand at the moment. Got Lonnie Ford in the backfield and gives it to Ford, and Ford immediately gets dropped by Reggie Lee. And the New York Dragon defense, I mean, this is looking like an outdoor game. This looks like the NFL with this goal line stand. Come on. Are you kidding me right now? This is... Come on. All right, we got to get this on third down. We got to have it. Shane Stafford, and it's intercepted. Juan Mose with the INT for the New York Dragons. And what a goal line stand for the Dragons right there. Holy moly. That was a goal line stand. So we got Todd Hamill coming out. Now, he is the backup for your New York Dragons. Your normal starter for the New York Dragons, Aaron Bailey, is out with an injury. But this man, he's been around. I want to go over this list here. This man, he's a 15-year veteran at the time that this game came out. I want to go through the list of different teams that he has been on. So he may be the backup, but he's got experience. You guys ready for this? This man has been on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the New York, New Jersey Knights, the Dallas Texans, Fort Worth Cavalry, Milwaukee Mustangs, Florida Bobcats, Houston Bearcats, the Grand Rapids Rampage, Las Vegas Gladiators, Philadelphia Soul, Chicago Rush, Colorado Crush, Milwaukee Iron, back to the Chicago Rush, Jacksonville Sharks, and Utah Blaze over his career from 1990 to 2011. My man's always found a spot. He's thrown for over 28,000 yards in his career, 442 touchdowns to just 150 interceptions, including 64 rushing touchdowns. He played at Stephen F. Austin, so he's a lumberjack, and he helped the team. Oh, there's an interception, so we're going back the other way. He helped his team to a 9-1 record. Had a pretty stacked career, and was drafted by the Buccaneers, but obviously spent a majority of his time in the Arena Football League. Oh my goodness, we had Luna the cat. Sorry, that's an extra ad. Just walking everywhere and just putting stats right up on the screen there. But yeah, what a storied career that this man had. And well, he comes in and is gonna throw an interception to begin his drive here. So we're scoreless. We're scoreless in the first. Second possession for Stafford, and this Dragon defense, man, these corners, huh? They're kind of locking down right now. They're in lockdown mode. We'll get that slate back up in just a minute. That was an errant slate thanks to our TV Sports mascot Luna, who just came over and popped that one up. But yeah, we made some changes to our Patreon tiers, so I want you guys to go check that out. But we'll get the plugs up in just a moment. Kind of switched up the levels a little bit, added some stuff, took some stuff away. I'd say the biggest change is to our Ultra Fan level. Something that we may bring back in the future, but that is the ability to request an entire stream where you would get your name on the screen. We're going to do away with that for a little bit because we had some awesome Ultra Fan members, but we were kind of stagnant for a while on that Ultra Fan level. So we added some different little perks. I want you guys to go check that out. Touchdown, Grand Rapids Rampage, Justin Skaggs. And finally, with 1:33 left in the first, we have points on the board in this Arena Football game. So, yeah, so go check that out. Like I said, if the numbers, at least for those upper levels, pick up, that's certainly a feature I'll bring back. But knowing that we're kind of going into this next phase of the channel, where pretty much we're on the countdown to the end of the month, where things are going to be a lot different as far as upload schedule and streaming schedule once I get married and all that good stuff. So that's going to kind of change a little bit. So I didn't know if I could commit to a monthly request schedule, and to be quite honest, we weren't even getting that many signups at that level, so I didn't feel it was a perk that a lot of people were interested in, so took it away for the moment. But if that's something that people at that upper level would sign up for and would want to see back, I'm certainly open to bringing it back in the future. So go check it out. I'll put up the links in a moment, but some changes to our Patreon tiers at the moment. Switch some things up for you guys, so go check that out. And we're gonna have some changes as well to how we kind of shout out our Patreon members and things like that. Things that, you know, if you have a social media or something that you guys want to plug, you guys can certainly do that. So those are up at that level on our Patreon page. We got some new Patreon signups, so now we are 9 Patreon signups away from a second season of ESPN NFL 2K5. So if you guys want to see that, I encourage you guys. You see the numbers. I mean, we read them for you, but there you see them right in your face. This man, he has done it all in the Indoor Football League. Todd Hamill, what a career he had. And now trying to pull off the upset here if he can get the win over the unbeaten Grand Rapids Rampage. I'm waiting for SK Money. He said he was going to be here. We're almost at the end of the first, so time's ticking on our guy. Got to be here soon. So Hamill completes it. First down. That was Bailey. Aaron Bailey. I think he was in the XFL, wasn't he? I think he was. Well, there it is. There is the end of our first quarter, and we'll give our shout outs here. So there we go. Thank you OBS for doing what you're supposed to do. There's all the ways you can support TV Sports 27, so we encourage you guys to check that out, as well as our brand new Patreon tiers. And of course, you're going to still get the stream early and ad-free from our super fan, mega fan, or ultra fan level. So do check that out. Get a lot of that extra content. Maybe we got another episode of ECW coming up this weekend. We had the big tie, the big draw between CM Punk and Kofi Kingston. Went down in a tie ball game, but a tie for, oh, there's a touchdown for the New York Dragons for the Iron Man match. So at some point they're going to have a rematch somewhere down the line. So be on the look out for that, but maybe coming up on ECW we'll get a little taste of what that's going to be. But Dragons tying it up here, so they'll be on the board. And well, now we go back to Grand Rapids. Can we answer? Can we respond? Who we got in the chat? Dan the man. Welcome, Dan. One of our loyal TB Sports Patreon supporters at one of the higher tiers. Thank you so much, Dan, for your support. We appreciate it, and you always popping in and saying hello.
1st and 10. Ball on the 9-yard line.
Okay, I boosted. I just checked a little on Twitch. I turned the audio down a little bit, so I wonder if that'll be better. Let me check here for a moment.
Fleming on the run. 3-yard gain on the play.
Test.
2nd and 7.
Okay, I think that sounds good. It's difficult because there's different levels for if you're playing a PlayStation game or an Xbox game or whatever the volume. So, you know, it's just trying to figure it out. And the OBS audio doesn't always do the best job of letting you know if you're overwhelmed or not. But I'm going to say this. I'm overwhelmed right now by this New York Dragon defense, okay? This is crazy because this is, now we had a tight contest a couple weeks ago, right? A couple games ago where we were kind of in a close game, but we got a tight battle here again. This is 3rd down. And Stafford for Damian Grosh. Wow, nobody in the vicinity of that one. And it's going to be 4th and 7. Game says to go for it. That is exactly what we're going to do right here. 7-7 tie. And it's a sack. Vance Amy comes in and gets the sack on Shane Stafford and the Grand Rapids Rampage. They may be in trouble here. I mean, you go to New York, the big city. I mean, maybe partied a little too much the night before. Touchdown. Cornelius Bonner. Chris Oldham is hurt. This is turning in to a disaster right now for the Grand Rapids Rampage. This is not looking good. And it's still a rather low-scoring game. That's to be said here for arena football. We're looking at a very low-scoring situation. Only 3 touchdowns on the board. Extra point is booted through by Bobby Emanuel. And the New York Dragons have a 14-7 lead here over the Grand Rapids Rampage. Damian Grosh on the return. He's got the angle. And he gets the touchdown. Boy, he had to sneak just past Brian Lindell at the end there, but that was a huge kick return for a struggling offense. And that is going to wake up somebody, either this Rampage side or this Dragon side. Going to wake somebody up. So here we go for your extra point attempt. And it is right through the up right through the pipes, right? Pipe this. Oh, man.
is lined up for the kickoff.
Hey, that was big, but
Back deep
now
to
the
return.
defense has to come back out and try to make a stop here on a veteran in arena football. There's Mose, who he had the INT a couple of drives ago.
Return 9
And
yards.
Shane Stafford.
Number 86 on the return. 1st and 10. Ball on the 10-yard line.
Hamill completes it to Williams, and it's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Dragons!
Lester Williams going, what, 45 yards or so to the house. Well, you can't ask for a better backup situation what the Dragons have. If Aaron Bailey's going to go down, having a 15-year vet on the team. There's a 39-yarder from Hamill to Williams. And right now, the 9-0 Rampage, they're getting shook right now by the 4-5 New York Dragons and their backup quarterback. I think we're losing because SK Money's not here. He bailed on us. He didn't make it. All right, 21-14 past the 2-minute mark here in the second. Stafford getting some blocks. Boy, still can't find any. Oh, what a throw by Shane Stafford to Corey Fleming. Oh, my goodness. Stafford just had to kind of hang on to that one and wait and wait and wait. And, boy, couldn't have delivered a better throw in that situation. Now, we've been seeing a lot of blowouts in this series so far, and I was kind of worried about that because that's kind of the thrill of arena football. Is not really in the blowout. It's, you know, the chaos of just all the points, right? Well, we're finally getting one of these back and forth shootouts here in this one. 21-21 between the Dragons and the Rampage. Rampage looking to go to 10-0, and I don't remember, it was a couple of streams ago, but I mentioned that, you know, once we start getting to this 9, 10, 11 win mark, we're setting Grand Rapids Rampage franchise records at that point. So this would be for 10 wins and then just 6 games left in the season after that. Hamill takes a sack. Didn't get a number on who brought him down, but that was a major sack for our Rampage. And they're way backed up here. So we got Hamill, we got Bob McMillan, former coach of the LA Kiss, cover athlete of the Arena Football Road to Glory. And Hamill pressured, just got rid of that one out to Lester Williams. Just barely got that one to Williams. But that's the veteran instincts of Todd Hamill, right? That is those veteran instincts that the man has. Hamill tosses that one over the head. I seen a 3 out there.
The intended receiver on the play.
Don't have any 3s, so I don't know who that was. Okay. Kick. Long kick here for Bobby Emanuel. And that will fall short. Damian Groch already has a kick return touchdown. Was looking to go 2 for 2. And the Rampage have a shot now. This is where the timing strategy of arena football will come into play. How quickly do you score? 50 seconds on the clock. Do you go for an onside kick? Your defensive confidence, all that stuff plays into the 1-minute timing rules in the indoor league. Shane Stafford, and it looks like he might be going for it all. Knocked away, nicely deflected there.
The pass falls incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, on the play. 2nd and 10.
Couldn't get a number on that. Orange on black is a little hard to read, especially in the distance on an Xbox quality game here. 2nd and 10. Stafford for Willis Marshall, and that one is knocked away. 93. I don't have a 93. Did I just miss that number? Maybe I did. Maybe I got it down wrong. I'm sure it's one. Oh, I got 2 98s written down here. I think Lester Williams might be 93. I don't know how I got 298s. Okay. I think that's Lester Williams making those plays. Willis Marshall turns the corner, gets the first down. Now at this point, if you're the Rampage, maybe you're trying to wind some of this clock down. Surprised that we're not getting any timeouts called right now by the New York Dragons. Stafford is going to let some of the clock tick down here. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Stafford, and this is probably the most inconsistent that Stafford has been this season. Really been missing the mark on a lot of these throws. A lot of them kind of been off target so far in this game, and you gotta, tip your cap too to the Dragons defense, because they've come in and made some pretty mighty plays here in this one. Stafford, Damian Grosh, and, well, there's another one that finds its way into the hands of a New York Dragon. We gotta get the Seattle Sea Dragons in this one from the XFLs. We have the New York Dragons and the Seattle Dragons. Of course, we got the San Antonio Dragons of the RXFL. You guys ready for, oh my goodness, what is happening right now to Shane Stafford in this Rampage offense? So go ahead and take the 3. You guys ready for another RXFL game? The London Battle of London, Bulldogs and Monarchs. Bring that one to you guys soon. Maybe we do that, and then maybe we bring in our XFL game for your Friday Patreon exclusive. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. Let me know in the live chat. That was a 7-play, 13-yard drive. That is abysmal for what's normally been a pretty dominant offense here this season. So we'll see. I don't know if the AI will take a timeout here. They should, and just do a Hail Mary. But they are not. They are going to let the time wind down, so they're willing to take the loss going into the locker room here. So it's 24-21 Grand Rapids Rampage lead. But boy, oh boy, the New York Dragons at 4-5 are putting up one of the best fights that we've seen so far this season against our Rampage. All right, guys, enjoy the Blue Chew halftime show. When we return, the second half here of TV Sports 27, it's the New York Dragons and the Grand Rapids Rampage.
This squashing brought to you by proud sponsor of the AFL and your stop for all things football. Champs.